Congratulations on the purchase of your Wildcat. My name is Russ. I'm going to do your orientation video with you today. Start right here in the front. You have a nice storage compartment up here. This is where your battery is going to be. And then right above that is your hydraulics. Now with this button here, you can run your hydraulic slides in or out from right here. Nothing you really have to do with that unless you end up with a hydraulic leak. Then you have to, of course, fix that and put some more oil there, hydraulic fluid. Just make sure you check that every now and then with all your slides in. All right, and then right here, this is where you're going to have for your front legs, up or down with those. Light switch right here. There's the switch right underneath it. Around to the side, one of your spots for a propane tank. You can fit 30-pound propane tanks in here. Now this has not been prepped or anything yet, so if something's supposed to be added, it will be before you pick up. It's still on the used lot. Then down here, pass-through storage, water pump is there, and then your power cord, 30 amp service, 30 amp power cord. It's going to be about 25 feet long. You do have a water filter system in here as well. That cap right there goes to your freshwater drain, which I'll show you in just a minute. Right here, this is a black tank flush, city water connection. City water connections, when you're full hookup camping, you're going to hook a garden hose up to that, and you're going to have water pressure from your garden hose throughout your camper. Right above that, you have inputs for cable. And then this is where you're going to fill your freshwater tank. So if you're rustic camping, fill your freshwater tank from here, put that cap back on, and then turn your water pump on. Water pump will create your pressure, and it's going to draw from your freshwater tank. If you need to empty from your freshwater tank, right down here, that's where that cap goes. You're going to take that cap off and drain that tank from there. Furnace vent right here. Furnace does get very hot, so try not to touch it. Try not to block that. All right, and then your wastewater. Everything's coming out from here. You have a gray handle there. Then back here you have, let me get closer. You have another gray handle, and then a black handle right there. So you're going to pull that black handle first, let that toilet water empty out. Once that's empty, pull those gray handles. That gray dirty sinking shower water is going to help wash your hose out. Once all your tanks are empty, close the grays, leave the black open, and that's where you're going to use this black tank flush. So you're going to hook a hose up to that. It's like an upside down sprinkler system in your black tank is going to flush it out for you. So let that run for a few minutes, get it cleaned up. Once you're satisfied it's clean, remove your hose, close your black handle, and put your cap back on your drain, and you're all set with that. Refrigerator vents right here. Nothing you really have to do with that. Got a little bit of snow last night. It's pretty deep. Right here is where you're going to plug your cord into, your 30 amp power cord. I do recommend when you're hooked up at the parks to use a 30 amp surge guard. Help protect your camper from any surges going throughout the parks. There are quite a few. And then you do have stabilizers on the back here. Once you're level, put your stabilizers down. Those are not used for leveling, they're just used for stabilizing. You do have a ladder on here so you can get up there and do any maintenance you need to do. And then your spare tire, same size as the tires that are on it. License plate will go here. You do have a manual awning, which I will send another link in with this email that shows how to use a manual awning. Outdoor speakers, and this, I really have no idea what this is. I've never seen one before, so a mystery, but you do have outdoor speakers, and you can open this up, turn that TV around, and you can watch TV from outside. You can also put a TV over here. This is an output with a couple outlets, and then you have your water heater. Water heater is gas or electric. Make sure there's water in it before you turn it on, of course. You have this anode rod right here. This is your plug. So instead of your tank corroding, this anode rod will corrode over time. So you have to replace this after 2 or 3 years. But this is your plug. You're just going to put it right in there, tighten it up, turn your water on. It's going to start filling your water heater. You can make sure your water heater is full by pulling on this relief valve right here. Long as water comes out, you know it's full. You can also turn the hot side on any sink, and as long as you get a solid stream of water, you know your hot water heater is full. Then you can turn it on. Right down here, if you can see it, there's a switch right there, on and off switch. That is to turn the electric portion of your water heater on. So if you want to run off electric only, turn that switch on and it will start heating up. But again, just make sure there's water in it first, or you could burn your element. There's a switch inside to turn the gas portion on. It's all electronic ignite, so you don't have to do anything except make sure it's full and flip the switch. If you need to drain it, take this anode rod out. It will drain right from here. Next to that, you have storage compartment. It goes right under your sink, your kitchen sink. The other side of your pass-through storage, that tool right there, that is used for your awning. And then you have that tool for your stabilizer jacks in the back. You do have lights right there. A lot of space in there. And then above that, by your door, you have access to the back of your shower. So if you have any water leaks or anything, or need to change anything out, you have access to do that. Another outlet. And then your other side with your tank, 30-pound tank, with your regulator. This regulator has a switch on it, so it's pointing towards the tank you're using. So if this tank were to go empty, you can just turn that, and now you can use your other tank while you fill this one. And it looks like that's about it on the outside. You do have a couple lights out here that have switches inside to turn those on, but we're going to head inside next. All right, just inside your door, you have a few light switches here. You have your slide control. So this is going to run both your slides. Just hold the button down until the slides are all the way in or all the way out. So one will come in, then the other one will come in, and vice versa. So just hold it down until they're all the way in or out. Right here is where you can test your tank levels and your battery level. So just push on it, shows your battery level, tank level. So as your tanks fill or your battery charges, these lights will light up. This is for your water pump, so if you use that freshwater tank, turn your water pump on there. This is to turn your ceiling fan on. So this fan right up here. So you can turn it on. So the power button, you can reverse the way the fan is spinning, and then you have speeds right there. Your doors, so if they're sliding doors, they will have latches on them, so be sure they're latched when traveling. Right here's your thermostat, so you can choose between air or furnace or off, your fan speeds, and then your temperature control right here. Refrigerators, gas or electric. So as long as it's on auto mode, it's going to run off electricity if it can find it. If it cannot find the electricity, it's going to switch to propane automatically. So all you have to do is make sure your propane's turned on. It will do everything else on its own. You can have this button out, and then it's propane only. If this check light comes on, it means it cannot find the propane, so it's either turned off or empty. So just double check it, and then turn this off and back on, and we'll try to relight for you. All the instructions for that are right inside your freezer door. Your lights, most of them are push button lights. And then you do have your dinette here. If you want to make this into a bed, just remove the tabletop from the legs. It just pops right off. Move the legs out of the way. Put the tabletop down on the ledges here, and then fill in the space, the void, with your cushions. Then you have a bed there. You have a rocking chair. There's your counter extension, which is going to go over here. It's going to hook onto those white hooks there. You do have your couch here. This does go into a bed as well. You have a hide-a-bed under here, so just remove the cushions and pull that bed out. Speakers. This is your antenna up here. It does say which way to turn it to go up or down. So just crank it up. You can get some channels, and just remember to put it back down before you leave. Desk, and then your television, and then you have a remote there for it. Below that, you have a CD, DVD, AM, FM radio. So that should be hooked up to play DVDs with that TV. If not, just check the connections. And then all your hookups are down here for it. It's kind of dark, hard to see. There are a lot of connections there. You do have switches. If you can't find or outlets, excuse me. If you can't find outlets, look up. A lot of times they're hidden up, like over here in the kitchen. You have a couple outlets. And then your stove top. This is just gonna go back like that. And then you do have an igniter here, so it has arrows on it. So turn that to the right only. And all you're gonna do is put it on light and then turn that until it lights up. Your oven you'll have to light manually. So you're gonna put it on pilot on, hold this button in, and then take matches or a lighter down there and light that pilot light up. When you're done using your stove, you do want to lift this up back here. Don't just try to unfold it, it will bend it. You do have to lift it up a little bit and then bring it down. Spot for knives right there. Your keys are on your sink, that's where they'll be when you pick up. You have your microwave up here, standard turntable microwave. And then you have a light here, and then your fan so you can vent outside. Then over by your sink, right down here where your extension will go, you have another light switch, and then you have the switch for your propane for your water heater. So if you're going to run it off gas, turn that switch on there. It will light up on its own. Just make sure your propane's on. Right down here is a carbon monoxide LP detector. As long as that green light's on, you're good to go there. You have a fire extinguisher in here. Hopefully you never have to use that thing. Bathroom. Porcelain toilet with a foot pedal flush. So halfway down brings water in, all the way down will flush it. And then you do have a fan up here with a vent. So you're going to have to crank this up right here. And then you'll turn it on right here. So there's 3 different speeds. And then this right here is a glass fuse. Just be sure you put that vent back down before you travel anywhere. Bedroom area, you have your accordion door there. You'll want this latched into place when traveling as well. And then on your shower, you have this latch for travel so your door doesn't come open on you. Nice shower in here. Good size shower. GFCI plug here, another light switch, medicine cabinet. Sink. Lights in here, and then you have another vent, so make sure that that's closed as well. You have reading lights up above the bed, and then you have storage underneath it. There's quite a bit of storage under there. There is a safe in here as well. Good closet space. And then down here, this is your fuses and your breakers. So you have all your fuses, breakers, everything is labeled. Regular car style fuses. Another light switch up there. Alright. And you can have a TV right here. There's hookups for it. This right here is your antenna booster. So that green light needs to be on for your antenna to work so you can get local channels. Because if that's off, it will not work. But if you're connected with cable, you do want to have that turned off. But regular antenna TV, have that on. Alright, I think that's about everything in here. Not too much to it. Pretty nice camper. If you have any questions after you watch this video, just write them down when you come to pick up. We'll be happy to answer them for you. I want to thank you for purchasing at TerryTown. We do appreciate your business, and congratulations.